Hey there, friends. Thanks for joining me today. I think it's fairly safe to say that pretty much everybody is budget conscious these days. And when it comes to food, I'm learning more and more and more that we can cut our budgets and we can still eat very well. So we're going to talk a little bit about peasant food today. And if you haven't seen my video, I've talked about peasant food before, but if you haven't, what is peasant food? It's basically just simple, nourishing, affordable meals made with basic ingredients. This is perfect to eat peasant food in a plant-based lifestyle because most of it is, well, no, not most of it, all of it is food that comes from the earth. Simple foods, whole foods, nothing packaged, nothing processed. And what I'm going to share here are some ideas of different types of food, staples to keep around, and different meals and just loose meal ideas that you can make from this kind of food. But you've already seen it. Like most of what I show, the meals that I share, everything like that are just basics, basic staple ingredients. Basically, historically, and I got some notes here. I like to keep my notes because I'm an old man now, 61, a little senile. Peasant food is just basically, once again, historically rural, simple, humble meals using grains, beans, seasonal veggies, root veggies, sweet potatoes. You have meals such as lentils and rice, beans and rice, cabbage and potatoes. And another bonus about this type of food too is they're high in fiber, they're filling, they're nutrient dense, and they're very affordable, ergo the name peasant food. But it's about that fiber and being filling, and that's part of why it's filling is because there's so much fiber in this type of food. And let's just talk about some stuff where you can kind of keep it on hand, some key ingredients to keep on hand. You can keep, I do this breakdown too. I have dry goods, which are things like my legumes, lentils, split peas, black-eyed peas, black beans. I buy them usually a pound at a time. Sometimes I like to keep some extras in the cupboard just so I don't have to go to the grocery store so much. Rolled oats. I keep brown rice around all the time. I keep sweet potatoes around all the time, and I keep quinoa around all the time. I don't know if you'd actually call quinoa peasant food, but cost-wise, I mean, it's very affordable, so why not? And like I say, the produce, things like cabbage, carrots, onions, potatoes, garlic, sweet potatoes, and then you keep things like you've seen me make my soups with, those sloppy joes and different things like that. I like to keep, I keep fresh tomatoes around, but I do like to keep some canned tomatoes around. I keep diced canned tomatoes, I keep tomato sauce around. That just comes in to like build flavor into things. Apple cider vinegar. I keep a full spice rack. Spices, herbs. Spices tend to be more affordable than herbs. Herbs in my area tend to get a little expensive, and with it being springtime, I think later this week I'm going to go to Lowe's and buy myself a couple of plants, maybe some dill and maybe some basil. But then for extra type things, you can keep like frozen vegetables, nutritional yeast, tahini, little things like this that you can flavor your food with, but that are not all that expensive. All of these things are staples to me, staples that I keep in my cupboard. And like I say, you can make, you've seen me make simple meals out of it. You can make lentil and cabbage soup. You can make those bowls that I like to make with, with grains, with sweet potatoes, with legumes, with lettuce, tomatoes. Let's see, I have that one, that sushi bowl with some chopped cabbage and carrots, but just lots of good colors and variety and stuff like that. Rice, beans, and sauteed greens with a splash of, apple cider vinegar or hot sauce. And that is right up my alley. I was talking with a friend early this morning that said they were going to make a pot of black beans. And I was like, you know, that's one of the most basic meals in the world. And I had it last week. And I don't care what restaurant you take me to, what fancy thing you give me. I had a meal last week of brown rice, black beans. I chopped up some red onion on it, used a little bit of sriracha, and I steamed, oh, what did I steam with this? Did I have, I either steamed collards or cabbage. Can't remember exactly what I had at the time, but greens like that. And that meal was probably about, and I ate more than, you know, they'll serve you in a restaurant. Plenty to fill me up, and I bet it wasn't more than, the beans and rice wasn't more than $3 or $4. Actually, the collards would have been the most expensive in that. Oatmeal, like just this morning, and I'm never sure exactly when these videos are coming out. I shared some overnight oats in a video. Super affordable, easy to make. You got it ready for the morning just like that. You can have oatmeal. I like to have oatmeal with bananas on it, with blueberries on it, a little bit of cinnamon. Lots of flexibility when you just keep those staples around the house. And also with these type of staples, these are types of things that you can make in batches. Like yesterday was Sunday. I'm shooting this on a Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. Beans, those are easy to batch up for the week. You could do 2 pots of beans like over the weekend, and boom, you've got meals all throughout the week. Same thing, you know, sometimes I will do that on a Sunday too. Like I will bake a couple of sweet potatoes in the oven. Maybe I will make a pot of brown rice. And I'm not one of those people that like meal preps, like has every meal laid out, but I do have big things, like I'd have something like that. Like I might go into a week with a pot of beans, 2 pots of beans, a couple of sweet potatoes that are already cooked, a batch of brown rice that's already cooked. And then all I got to do when I get ready for my meals is just like, you know, find a vegetable or make a salad to go with that. And then you fill in the things that I have, you know, just like the fruits, a lot of fruit around the house. I also like to keep kale around the house. Kale is affordable too. You have to watch where you're buying it. It's funny here, I have 2 different stores where I shop at. One store where I shop at, I think it's a 32-ounce bag of kale, is $3. The other place where I shop at, same 32, well, it's a different brand, but 32-ounce bag, $5.79. So kale's affordable for those smoothies, you know, keeping bananas around. But all of that stuff, a lot of that is what I consider peasant food from down where in the tropics, where I was living, you know, before I kind of came back and got stuck in the States. But yeah, when you make and keep this kind of food around, it, like I say, it's a no-brainer. It keeps me full, it keeps my budget down, and it satisfies me. And that's all I really need. You can get to a place where simple meals will satisfy you. You just have to get a little bit of creative with them. You don't need to throw more salt on it. I love when people are talking about that food isn't seasoned. Most times when people are using seasoned when it comes to food, just means putting a lot of salt in there. And when you get used to just eating the plain foods, maybe with some, you know, herbs, some spices, natural spices in there, your taste buds change a little bit, and you don't need all that other stuff. A lot of the stuff that you buy in the store, a lot of the processed stuff, is just to entertain your tongue. It's not, there's no nourishment in it, or there's no extra nourishment in the stuff that they put in with the good stuff in there. It's just stuff they put in for your tongue. It's almost like having a drug, you know. It's like if you're addicted to blow, you know, you need that blow. You like that blow. That blow is going to light you up. But when you get used to simple type food, it's really satisfying. And like I say, I'm not trying to spend a whole lot of money now. I have to think about money a lot. And this doesn't break my budget. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you here several more times. Peace.